welcome to DiploNews. I'm expecting I'll be your host today. We have several headlines today, most of which covering the Iran war. If you came here for a particular thing, I'll have chapters in the description and on the video itself. I'm going to give you a brief overview of everything going on, and then I'm going to get into each topic. Well, let's get started. There's been a variety of events, mainly in Iran. The United States has airstruck bandar abbas not once but twice this week. The United States claims that these strikes were in self-defense, although the Iran Revolutionary Guard Corps, or IRGC for short, has announced the United States, claiming that the airstrikes were meant to coerce Iran into submitting to a peace deal with the United States to end the war. Meanwhile, on May 21st, 5 days before the first wave of airstrikes, Iran has said that any further attacks by the United States will result in the wider expansion of the war, ignoring the fact that the war is already across the region as a whole. However, it is safe to say that a fragile ceasefire has been held for the past month or so and is no longer in effect. Meanwhile, Trump underwent a medical check, the third in about 13 months, and the fourth since the beginning of his second term as President of the United States. Even though Donald Trump has claimed that he is in exceptional health, this checkup has renewed public suspicion that Trump may not be doing as well as he claims. Now, into the more in-depth explanation of what is going on. In Bandar Abbas, the United States has airstruck several facilities in Bandar Abbas, a city I've done a segment on in the past, twice this week. Why does this matter? Well, Bandar Abbas is a major port city bordering Strait of Hormuz, which, for the uninformed, is a major transit area with a bunch of oil traffic, and it being closed is why gas prices have been going crazy for the past few months. Speaking of, according to AAA, gas prices across the United States have averaged $4 per gallon, with the lowest states average being $3.82. Brent crude, however, the thing that measures oil, the thing that makes gasoline, prices per barrel instead of per gallon is at about $96, which is lower than last week. I'm surprised by this because Strait of Hormuz is still closed, and I'm writing this, and by that logic, oil prices should continue to go up. On the Hormuz closure, according to the Wall Street Journal, the United States has reinstated Project Freedom, which was an operation to escort merchant vessels through the Strait of Hormuz, though the United States Central Command has denied it. I have deemed Project Freedom being reinstated as likely to very likely use an ICD-203, a directive given by the United States intelligence community. The reason why I think this is likely to very likely is because given that the war has restarted, it may be in CENTCOM's best interest to reinstate Project Freedom, though I am unsure as to why CENTCOM is denying it. If you know possible explanations, leave them in the comments. Sorry about the interruption, but if you like what I'm doing, remember to like, comment, subscribe, join the Discord. I also have a phone which will be on screen in the description of this video and in my bio. Anyways, inside of Iran, the internet has been partially restored after 3 months of an internet blackout. This is important because the internet being under a blackout was likely one of the main reasons behind the United States attacking Iran on February 28th. Last but not least, Donald Trump, President of the United States, has done another medical checkup. Third time in 13 months, and the fourth since the beginning of his second term in 2025. Despite him claiming that he's perfectly fine, people are still suspect of him, hiding that he is actually quite ill. The law doesn't require him to state the results of his checkup, and I don't think Trump will, though him turning 80 in about a month does raise some concerns. That's it for headlines this week, and if you made it this far, you probably like what I'm doing, and because of that, you should like, comment, subscribe, join the Discord, check out my throne. You should also comment the B emoji if you made it this far. Thanks for watching.